They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos, go. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net. We need that bell, but them haters they gon' still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combat, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get tricked out. We got that attitude, nation to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk comments, yeah, they the coldest.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Glow Sun Production proudly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. This is We Talk Combats, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. If you're new around here, do us a huge favor, y'all. We have a special show for you today. So hit that subscribe button, I should say first. Also hit the like button. It's very, very much needed. Helps us with the algorithm to get out to more WWE fans like yourself. Hit the notification bell while you're at it so you're always notified when we drop this new over here. But before we get to the show, let me introduce my co-host as well. First up, KotR Queen of the Ring 86. How you doing today, babe? Hold up. Go ahead, now you good.
I'm okay.
All right, she's okay. Next up on the board is my guy, Final Hugo Boss. I apologize. Travis, how are you today, bro?
I'm good. Supposedly today we're going to talk about some stuff where in gardens where temptations don't feel right, but other than that though, but I'm good.
Oh my goodness, he went all far left. But other than that, we got Mr. Heavy Developmental Green down there. How you doing today, bro? How you feeling on this Sunday?
You know, I don't even know how to follow that, so I'm just gonna say I'm cool in the game right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey man, well again, we do have a special guest today, a special show today. We want to talk about a few things that happened throughout the week. Also, the King in the Ring qualifying, or just tournament in general, we want to get to in our wrestling tea. But if you didn't, and if you don't know, now you know. Follow us on We Talk Combat Clips, where I drop all the condensed versions of the show and shorts versions throughout the week. Help us over there, like, comment, subscribe, and all that type of stuff. The show usually works out. We do highs and lows, give a lot of grade. We do wrestling tea, and we get to you guys at the end. We're very interactive. If you have any questions or comment directed towards myself, any of my co-hosts or any of the guests, I should say as well, hit us up with the @ WTC or any of our names, and we'll definitely get to you. Last but not least, here's our watch along for the week. We normally show WWE product, quote unquote, product throughout the week. Monday is Raw at 8. Tuesdays NXT, Wednesdays Evolve, Thursdays TNA, Fridays SmackDown. We show all PLEs. We do Saturday night main events, AAA events as well, and Sunday PLEs. We may not always show stuff as far as YouTube watch-alongs, but we will always have a Discord watch-along. So to get access to our Discord, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. And yeah, with all that being said, yeah, I think we got a guest in the house. Travis, you ready? Hey, first time guest of the channel.
Oh, I feel special. A drum roll. Thank you.
What up, Chop? How you feeling today, man? Appreciate you being on the show.
Hey, I appreciate being here. Like I was like floored that you guys would invite me. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for just the welcome mat. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. We appreciate you being here. Hopefully, this is the beginning of an awesome friendship here with our channels.
Yeah. You can't get rid of me now. I'm here.
Hey, man, I would say something that's not PG, but that's not how we rock around here. So again, our guy Russell Chop is in the building, y'all. Y'all know how we rock with this. Let's get to our highs and lows, y'all. All right, y'all. Another week of WWE product. First up, we had our guy Obafemi advancing to the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament on Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about that and more. On Tuesday on NXT, we had Zarya defeating Lizzie Rain in a match, trying to go towards her goal, I guess, of getting the Women's North American Championship. On Evolve, shout out to Elijah Holyfield having his debut match and defeating BA's guy, or Mr. Green's guy, KotR. So that was
hey, my goddamn guy.
I'm sorry, something. But and then here on Impact on Thursday, damn, how you gonna interrupt my little monologue, man? Chill.
I apologize.
Impact on Thursday, we had the Righteous defeating the Hardys in a what is it called again, Travis? What kind of match was it?
It was a Wicked Garden match.
Wicked Garden match. We'll talk about that and more for the folks that saw that. Friday Night SmackDown, we had Dominic Mysterio as a surprise winner of a qualifying match for the men. He moves on to the semifinals to go against Obafemi. So we'll talk about that one and more. On AAA, lastly, we had the lady tag team of Bailey, Catalina, and Lola Vice defeating Los Toxicas. So we'll talk about Noche de Los Grandes Night 2 and more as well. But first and foremost, since you're the guest, God Chop, we're going to start with you. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what is your overall letter grade for everything you watched, Chop?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Raw was actually pretty decent this week. The crowd definitely elevated it. I loved the Obafemi match. The Obafemi match is how I feel they need to be booking Oba. I've been hearing Discord that like, oh, they're booking him too strong. And I kind of agree and I kind of don't. I like what they did with him here. It wasn't just a squash match, but he still looked super powerful. This Obafemi is the guy that I remember from NXT that could have a 10-minute match with Javon Evans. And that's what I think we need. However, that said, I'm very happy with his 4-minute match at WrestleMania beating Brock Lesnar. Just beat Brock Lesnar. I want that done. So I was very happy with Obafemi. What I didn't like about Raw is Braun Breaker. Like, I don't understand what we're doing with this guy. The 50-50 booking. It's like, I can tell WWE knows how to book strong rookies. Trick Williams, Obafemi. That's how you book people. But with Braun Breaker, they always bring him to the brink of success, and then they pull back at the last second. Like, I don't understand why he lost to Seth Rollins. So, like, when it comes to future talent, they did good with Oba, but bad with Braun Breaker on Monday Night Raw. So, like, a little mixed. But the match itself, Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins, was actually really good. And so, is that, am I only talking about Raw right now?
No. Yeah. But we can move on. If that's all you got, that's all you remember about Raw. If that's all you remember, we can move on.
Yeah. If someone says something that sparks, I'm like, oh yeah, that thing right there. I might jump in.
Okay. You said no NXT, correct? You didn't see?
I actually watched that match. That is the only match I watched. Because I'm kind of liking I kind of like the Lizzie, what her name's Lizzie
Rain. Lizzie Rain, I think.
Lizzie Rain. Yeah. She's like what Toni Storm was supposed to be originally, kind of like this 80s punk rock character. So like I'm liking her, but it's kind of interesting that they're just like making her lose almost every single match. She definitely has like a connection with the crowd. So I would kind of like to see her get a couple W's. Okay.
And let's see, you didn't see Evolve, correct?
No, but I do know who that guy is. I saw him on LFG. He's Holyfield's kid, right?
Yes.
I liked him. I liked him on LFG. So I was hoping that he would be more than just a season 1 contestant. So I'm glad that he's actually moving up the ranks.
He's reminding me, at least, well, I guess BA he told me, but of a Braun Breaker type. Like body type. Braun better watch out. Yeah, he's very intense.
Yeah, what we do? I said the stats of Holyfield, and he took those stats and said, that's Braun Breaker, right? So for sure.
Well, hopefully they book him better than they're booking Breaker right now.
Hey, Breaker had to deal with Obafemi, but we'll talk about that. Did you see any of the Impact?
No, but I heard that a flower took out Jeff Hardy. Is that true? Who can tell me about this flower? I want to know about that flower.
Yes, it did. Supposedly it was like a poisonous flower that took out Jeff Hardy, and they stuffed the flower in his mouth.
You know what? If I get that kind of wrestling on TNA, I might need to start watching TNA, because that is kind of there's a fine line of goofiness in wrestling, and I think that walked it perfectly, because I was like, what is this nonsense? I love it.
Are you a fan of Mike Santana?
I am, actually. I am. Like, I like how he reinvented himself in TNA. I liked how he kind of bet on himself and went over there, because when he left AEW, AEW didn't do him any favors. And for him to rise up how he has, especially with his past and everything, the addictions he suffered, he's truly a success story. So I'm happy with him. I heard he's coming. I heard WWE is eyeballing him too.
I think he's he's awesome success story, but I think most of us maybe think that he's not the guy to lead TNA. Like, he may not be the guy to be the face. So
I can see that.
I don't know if people really, if he's I feel like a Leon Slater, maybe more popular or even the Hardys bringing more eyes than Mike Santana. He's their face of their brand. So that's my only thing. I don't have a problem personally with Mike Santana though.
Yeah, he's probably good for like more of the hardcore wrestling fans, but as a casual or somebody who might only watch once a month, he doesn't I don't want to offend anybody, but he doesn't scream superstar.
Yeah, he doesn't pop off. Yes, exactly. Friday Night SmackDown. The floor is yours, Chop.
SmackDown. Ooh, okay. My biggest thing, I'm happy Dominic won, but what does this just mean, that Brock Lesnar is going to attack Obafemi on Raw so Dom can advance? Is that what we're doing here? Because in no world should Dominic be beating Obafemi in a fair fight at all. Even in a world where the entire Judgment Day get involved, Obafemi should still mop the floor with him, because we've seen time and time again the Judgment Day, every single member can still lose a fight. So I'm happy for him, but again, Braun Breaker takes an L. So it's like, what are we doing with that guy? We have Chad Gable. After all the goodwill of him and El Grande Americano match, I don't understand why we introduced him in a backstage segment. I feel like he should have just walked out into the arena. He got a big pop backstage. Could you imagine if he had just walked out there and did something? Yeah. So it's just, I have questions. I have questions coming out of SmackDown, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing to be like, okay, not all your questions were answered, but I don't know. Dirty Dom advancing over Trick Williams, over Braun Breaker. That's a choice.
I agree. And last but not least, did you see any of AAA this week?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I did not. I ended up having to work yesterday, and I especially wanted to, coming off the heels of the Mask vs. Mask match. So I'm very interested to hear your guys' opinion, because I have not heard nothing about this. So I want to hear your guys' opinion.
You're not the only person. I was pretty busy yesterday too. But with that being said, and with the shows you didn't see, I should say, what's your overall grade of the shows you did see? Letter grade.
The Italian crowd themselves instantly bumps it up a grade no matter what. So I'm going to give it a B minus. B minus.
Okay. All right. You were positive, but then you felt that,
yeah,
it ain't the greatest. Huh?
If they would have put Chad Gable in the ring, I would have gave him a B.
Understand. So we're going to start off with a B minus first. Awesome, Chop. Next, let's go in a different order. Let's go with you, Mr. Green. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what is your overall letter grade, bro?
All right, so we got to start off with Raw. I do like the Roman segment. I do like Fatu fortifying what this first family situation is, and even the interweaving of Fatu and Jay going back and forth like brothers or something like that. I do like that. So that was entertaining for me. So Ruka, Chop talked about the crowd, and the crowd was definitely like, in the match. They was in it, but you deserve it. What did So Ruka do? What part of her deserving? I don't know. Did she like not botch as much? So as a result, she's like, oh, you did a great match, so you finally deserve it. I don't know. So that throws me off a little bit. So I just let's slow down a little bit with some of these characters in the sense like her deserving is her being on the main roster. Now let's see what happens after that. But we're gonna move forward with the Obafemi situation. This was a great showing. One of the illest aura moments of all time of him coming out, hitting 3 people, and then did his pose right afterwards. Beautiful setup. That was far better than the Jey Usos. Let's run it back, and then do it again. Far better than any one of the running it backs. So I actually cool. Don't do too much of that over. But I liked it. I liked it for this match. So, as we mentioned before, it was just a good showing of Oba being dominant, but also Oba taking some licks along the way. And it's like, okay, cool. So he's not informable. Like, he can't be hurt. He can't be thrown into the ring and in the corners and the turnbuckles. Like, okay, this can happen. So let's move forward with this and let's see what happens after that. I can care less about Rey Mysterio. Queen in the Ring, Io Sky, great Io Sky. I appreciate you winning. Have no problem with the people that you defeated. Shout out to Julia. You changed hairs, and people really still don't care. So keep working. To Child's point with Braun Breaker, man, I don't get it. I do not understand. He should beat Rollins, but it seemed like he gets right there and then he loses and then he has that dumb look outside the ring. Ken, you brought it up before when he lost to CM Punk and he would just stay. It was that shot of him sitting outside the ring while the other person is cheering. Like that's a bad look. Like, just walk, just keep walking. Don't stand there so the camera can get that shot because it's a bad shot. So somebody in creative got to tell him, if you lose, just get up out of there. But it is what it is. Let's move over to NXT, please. Shout out to Zarya. We all love Zarya over here. I wasn't feeling the tag match too much. Jackson Drake, once again, phenomenal match. That's what he does. Okay, let's about the speed match. Dark State. Let's talk about Dark State for a second. I'm loving Dark State right now. I mentioned in the Discord or whatever, like, as this was going on, like they seem even better as a trio, if not even better as a duo. So I guess less is more in the situation when it comes to Dark State. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from them, and let's see how this continues. Championship, Tony D, Cam Hendricks. I was really looking at Cam Hendricks to see what can you do on the big stage, the biggest stage that you've been on so far, and see what you can do. And he performed very well, guys. He does have what I can definitely say he has what it takes to perform in a championship match. Tony D got the victory, obviously, but like, okay, all right, Cam, I'm watching you now. I still don't like you, but I'm watching you now. You know what I'm saying? I can do the pose a little bit, so I'm cool. I'm cooling a little bit. I'm all right with that. Evolve. We're gonna cut Evolve to just one match. Holyfield. Shout out to Elijah. One of the main highlights, he does a shoulder tackle, or it's pretty much a shoulder tackle, but his body literally goes horizontal. So it's not a spear. It's just he does a spear type move, but towards the shoulder, and he literally got horizontal.
It's like a warrior spear. Warrior shoulder tackle.
That's highly athletic, man. So I know he has the athleticism because he was a football player and all that, and then his pedigree. But at the end of the day, to see it is pretty impressive. And he has to be dominant in a way that we don't see. Oba is dominant. Keanu Carver is dominant. Breaker is dominant on a roster. So there's people that's dominant. So you got to find your own lane to be dominant. So you're just not mixed in with everybody else. And I like it. I like what I'm seeing so far. So this is stage one. We're talking about Evolve here, guys. But I don't see him staying here too long. He's going to go to NXT relatively soon, and I'm here for it. You know, let's just say that
He gonna be champion.
Hey, you know, evolving their championships be real iffy. We just call it what it is.
Yeah. I wasn't not evolved, bro. I'm sorry. I'm talking about he gonna be the champion in NXT. Yes.
Yeah, he should go straight and take the North American title. Just take that right off of my Mr. Rourke there. But it is what it is. Born. I didn't see TNA. Apologies for that. So we can go over to SmackDown. SmackDown was the most confusing SmackDown I've probably ever seen in recent days, and I'll tell you why. Chop made a great point. Chad Gable, what we doing? I'd rather have seen him on Raw. I think he could have took that whole momentum and went straight after the IC title. Like, just let him go straight after Penta. Because that's where this whole thing started. He had to learn the luchador and all this other stuff. You gave us one of the greatest luchador stories of all time. So let's continue that. Let's try to put that on the main roster. But they have him on SmackDown. Who's on SmackDown? Rey Fenix? Y'all already know how I feel about Rey Fenix. He's just wasting away over here. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand Sami Zayn and this angle. Like, why is he about to get a championship opportunity when he lost to Trick Williams? Like, what? Why are we jumping this gun? Why is he in this mix with Cody and Gunther? Like, why is he involved in this? Like, I don't like it because he doesn't deserve it. Now, what he deserves is to be on a tag title situation, and let's bring up Johnny Gargano and let's have some real wrestling. That's what I really want to see. But you know, they still got him planking on boxes and stuff like that. So I guess it is what it is. Queen in the Ring, Raquel. You know, WWE has a way of seeing people have like organic type of movements, just a little buzz, and then they just kind of let it dissolve, and then they try to come back. Like, why did Raquel win this match? like she should have won when she was going with Stephanie and all this other stuff. We was talking about it weekly. Like, yo, when is Raquel going to get her turn? Did they let the buzz drop? No one talking about Raquel, and then she goes on and win this match. So I have issues with that. They should have let JC Jane win it. She's the one with the buzz right now. She got the fire. Let JC win this match, but they don't, and then they do something backstage. Kiana James, once again, another one. Like, she had fire, she had a buzz, and then they just let it dissolve, and then now they breaking her and Julie up. They should have did it 2 weeks ago. It is what it is. I love Jade. I'm tired of Jade winning SmackDown matches and not PLE matches. We need to change that. We need to change that ASAP. The sooner the better. Lash gets another victory because she was taking too many L's. Thank you for that. And good old Dom. You know, I think Triple H is a cruel dude, man. You know, Dom recently spoke about his character, and he said that they don't know what to do with him. And I honestly think they said, okay, we might not know what to do with you, but we're going to make you win this match. And we're going to let Oba destroy you in the next match. I personally think that's what's going to happen. And I probably laughed the whole entire match to like the 20 seconds is going to be. But I think they literally just gave him to prop him up so Oba can smash him along the way, yo. If they do that, I swear that's some ruthless stuff. That's some ruthless behavior. So I'm hoping slightly that Brock comes out and maybe Dom gets a victory that way. Like, if not, then trust and believe they are punishing Dom for stepping out and saying something against his character, just like they do with other wrestlers. It don't matter who you are. Don't matter who your daddy is. And I think that's AAA. AAA was cool. I like the cruiserweight match. Look, I'll give you something. Instead of watching this on YouTube with the 1.0 playback speed, drop it down to like 0.75 because they move it too fast. It was a lot of movements, a lot of things going on. I need to slow it down a little bit, just slow it down a little bit, but it was entertaining nonetheless. And the women's match, highly entertaining. Bailey, just say goodbye to the main roster. Don't even come back to the main roster. Lyra is clearly separating herself from the promo, so she's not even worried about you no more. Go ahead on and just stay in AAA and then build your legacy or rebuild your legacy there where they actually care about you, because the main roster does not care about you. All in all, within this particular week of wrestling, I'm gonna give it a D+ because of so many questions, and I don't like the answers that I'm getting from them. I like the fact that I have questions, because you should have questions after watching it, but their answers are going to be like, I'm not going to like their answers. So I'm going to give it a D+ pause.
All right, so we got a B-, a D+. Let's go to you, final Hugo boss. What were your highs and lows of this week that you're proud of, and what is your overall letter grade, bro?
All right, so first of all, for Monday Night Raw, look, I don't know what's up with this bloodline thing. Like, it feels like to be like now that Jacob is going to do the same thing that he did with Solo, but I understand the whole point of him kneeling like he's the Undertaker or anything like that. This whole "you're my tribal chief" instead of saying that I love you, Solo, and all that stuff. I didn't have a problem with Oba winning. I mean, I love the fact that Oba won. That's cool. Now, I'm thinking with this whole Seth and Braun Breaker situation, I think now when Bronson Reed comes back and whatever Angelo Dawkins comes back, it's basically going to set up for a big six-way tag match at some point between those guys. But anyway, now so look, I'm gonna agree with with Mr. Green with this. Too many botches with her. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that she didn't deserve the win, but right now, as far as like her being the champion,
you literally said she don't deserve it.
Hey, look. Anyway,
he said, "I'm not gonna say she don't deserve it, but
I'm not gonna say deserve it, but I know it's a double negative, but it is what it is. But the NXT, look, I've told y'all a few times before, that is not Zarya, okay? That's Big Zah. So Big Zah had a match. I'm looking forward to our match next week with Tatum Paxley. Hopefully now that she's gone from Soul's, shadow, let her win the championship. What's that? What's her name? Is Baylock. When is she gonna officially have a match? Like another match? I mean, it's cool that she's helping out the Vanity Project and everything. I mean, I'm not huge fans of the Vanity Project myself, but it seems like I just don't want to be attached to them, but so much. Let me have like a couple matches here and there with some, at least, try to get in the title picture. I mean, hey, Mason Rook just came in and he's trying to get in the title picture. I mean, he got a match next week against with EO's husband. So I'm thinking like she'll at least get in a match. Now with this Dark State thing, I'm seeing what Saquon Sugar's gonna do, because he's basically out God. I mean, it's just basically him by himself. So I don't know if it's just gonna be just him trying to do the same thing as far as like what Tony D'Angelo did, as far as like taking out Dark State one by one. But I look forward to it. I guess for Evolve, now I'm gonna agree with Mr. Green. I mean, no pun intended, but Elijah does like the real deal. You know what I'm saying? But if that uppercut is gonna be his finisher, man, and I get the same reaction, but yeah, I like it. It's better than what's that? The gentle touch. I ain't gonna now.
It's better than. It's better.
How about Grace Hall?
Yeah, go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like the uppercut itself. I mean, I guess with that snap or that pop, as far as like the hearing of it, but from the looks and the hearing of it, it does like it hurts a whole lot. So it's pretty cool. Now for TNA, I'm still missing Ricky Sosa. Now I'm gonna take it back to you, Mr. Gray, as far as like what you said about the whole tribal combat situation, as far as like how it did look like a tribal combat match. When we had this garden match and everything, I understand that supposedly a poisonous flower tried to take out Jeff Hardy, but when a garden, like, don't you think you would have like some gardening tools if it was like a no disqualification match or some rakes? I would have took a hand trial or something like that. Or where the holes at? No, we don't want to talk like that. You just keep PG. But where's the holes at? Like, if it's a garden match, like I see that y'all decorated the ring and ropes and barbed wire and all that stuff, but I just feel like it should be just more than just a look. Like when you have like those miracle matches around Christmas, when you have like all the presents and all that stuff, and weapons inside the boxes and presents, or you pull them out and they steel chairs and candy cane kendo sticks. You could have came up with a kendo stick sunflower or something like that. Well, that's really important. But as far as SmackDown, look, I'm happy that Dom won. Now, maybe did he win because of what he said backstage, as far as like the heat and what WWE is trying to do with his character and everything. If he's going to get squashed just to win it, just to get squashed by Oba, man, if they'll lose, I would be pissed too if I've been picked to lose. Now, I did pick Raquel to win in the Discord. I'm going to agree with Mr. Green too again. Like, this should have happened earlier when she needed to get pushed and everything as far as like her feud with Stephanie. Now, I'm going to say another thing too. Now, I know that she's on a whole nother show. I mean, she was on Raw, Russell's on Raw, but she was on SmackDown. But look, Liv has won the World Championship at WrestleMania and not had not one match or championship match since WrestleMania. Now, I don't know if they're just holding the belt on until Stephanie gets back or whatever. Like, can we at least get Liv to fight somebody else outside of Stephanie real quick? I mean, it's cool to say Stephanie and her fighting everything, but this is why we probably need either more female talent, or this is the thing that what Doc said about Chelsea. Like, is people just getting made just to lose to Liv, or just I don't know. Like, this is just confusing. Now, I'm gonna go with this though. I do hate the fact that Ricky Saints beat Carmelo Hayes. Look, I'm just gonna say this. But my beef as far as with Ricky Saints. Look, it took one DDT to beat over, and I don't like that. Okay, so I'm gonna admit it. Like it did piss me off though, and it's just the fact that, like for example, we know that Dom is not going to beat Oba because it's going to take like the Kings and all the Horsemen and JD McDonough, is Liv Morgan or whoever, or even Brock going to show up and interfere in the match. Now, Katala, he still continue to get over. That ain't nothing new. But for AAA, look, it was cool seeing all the cruiserweights and everything like that. But I still think my guy Manny Pacquiao, he got snubbed, man. He should have won the match. That's just me personally. I mean, he did. I mean, he did, but he was the guy to show up last. As far as like getting introduced in the introductions. Now, I don't know what's up with the LWO. Like, are they completely like broken apart? It was like Del Cruz and Wilder like wrestling against each other, but they still got the whole LWO inside of Wild Kings Wilder, nameplate and interest and all that stuff. But I don't like this whole hairspray gimmick. Him having spiked up head like he's some kind of like Dragon Ball Z character. And I'm not feeling that really. I mean, it was just the stuff that he did the last time or whatever. He just wanted to change his whole gimmick up. I mean, that was pretty cool, but I really didn't like that now. Now, as far as like the women the women was cool, but I'm gonna say it's like the entertaining things in that match was not the actual things in that match, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But overall, I'm gonna give this week's of wrestling a C minus. I'm rolling with C minus.
All right, so we got a B minus, a D plus, right, Bia, and a C minus. Let's go to you,
Yes.
Timo Queen. What were your highs and lows this week? WWE product, and wish your overall at a grade.
Happy Williams, happy birthday, Happy Williams. Happy birthday, Trick Williams. He just had a birthday. Gemini season. Me and Mr. Green got birthdays this week too. So, that was kind of unrelated but related.
Happy early birthday
All
to you guys. That's Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, this week. Yeah, sorry, we're becoming old people. So this week, so this is one of those weeks where I watched a lot of this. So let me scratch that. I watched a lot of the highlights. Usually I try and watch the shows live, but I did actually have an opportunity to watch basically almost every show, but not all in entirety this week. So bear with me. So Raw, it kind of was who I expected with Oba and Io. Like Io's like the golden child over there, like no Eddie Murphy. So it's like I don't really. Whenever I see her on the card and stuff like this, especially when it comes to stuff that's building up to a tournament, she gonna probably be the person that's gonna get it. But at least gave him opportunity to show off some other people. So it is what it is. I was really more irritated on Raw that I know I'm like the only one, but that Rusev and Ethan Page didn't win because those are my guys right there. I like not as much Rusev, but definitely Ethan Page. Like I already said, I like him as a nice solid heel type. He's not a flip flopper, like he heel all the time and he leans into it really well. And he's just a good wrestler in general. So otherwise Raw was missable. It was missable. If you didn't see it, it's okay. You didn't miss nothing. I'm actually gonna just move right on to NXT, to be honest. So for NXT, I like that the Lizzie and Zarya match got to build up in the backstage segments the whole episode. I do have a shine towards Lizzie Rain. I like her moveset and stuff like that. And we already like Big Zarya over here. So I actually like that they're giving Zarya a lot of TV time because, as I said, she was definitely the stronger between her and Sol Ruka. She's the stronger on the mic, stronger as far as her moveset, and just stronger overall physically as well. So as I said, I always enjoy seeing her. I don't know what they planning on doing with Mason Rook, though. I think that they don't know their direction, so they're just kind of throwing him around and see where he lands. So I hope that this doesn't kind of mess him up, but I do feel like his character's kind of has no direction, so they're just throwing him in every direction. Wednesday, we can go on to Evolve. Evolve has been lackluster lately. I'll definitely say that. It's always difficult when they're bringing up a bunch of the new people, so they usually are very like they're just not polished. But to combat that, though, Holyfield's son, amazing work. He looked good. You could tell he's taking it very seriously. You could tell that the company is definitely teaching him the ways that WWE works. But, at the end of the day, he could have a good career ahead of him. So, as I said, not too much else to say really about Evolve. He was really the highlight. Thursday, I'm going to make it short and sweet. Actually, I'll make it partially short and sweet. I do agree with the real Hugo Boss over there. I feel like if they're going to do all this shit to make it look cool, they could have leaned more into putting a lot more set stuff that was relevant to the match and really building a whole picture. It was a missed opportunity for sure. It was just a missed opportunity. My real question is two questions. Where is Leon and where is Ricky Sosa? Leon hasn't been there, so I haven't really been as interested in watching TNA. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. There's not enough strong factions or individuals on TNA to get me to want to watch it without there being something worth watching. And Leon was really bringing it. Like the Leon story with what's his face, the bald dude or whatever, I can't think of his name right now. Him and they had a nice little quarrel going on for a few
Eric
weeks.
Young.
Yes, thank you, Eric Young. They had a nice quarrel going on for a few weeks and it was nice. And now Leon gone. And I'm sure he has a good reason to be gone, but I feel like TNA does a bad job of kind of giving you a kayfabe story behind what's going on with them. They usually just say, "Oh, they're out for injury," like it's like the NBA or something, instead of being like, "Oh, Leon's gonna be out for a few weeks because he was severely injured during this match, so we don't know when he's gonna be back." Okay, that's fine. I'll stop looking forward to him then. Thank you for clearing that up with me. But they don't do that, so I don't care. I know Ricky got a bunch of Europe shows right now, so that's why he's not on here. So I get it, but at the same time, it's not a whole bunch I really care to watch when they're not there. So sorry, y'all. We'll move on to SmackDown. SmackDown is usually the stronger show of the week for me. This week it was mid, but I kind of understand, like in the big picture thing of why. Dom winning the King of the Ring, they let him win it because they're gonna take that shit off him. That's the only reason why they haven't win, because they tried to probably think about all the other people. We're like, we don't want to bury them. We don't want to end up putting something on their resume that's going to really look terrible. But if we make it like a match of four folks, it's perfect that we can usually use somebody's scapegoat that nobody's looking for, and that person is Dom. Dom is the perfect scapegoat for all this to get destroyed later on. I ain't got much else to say about him. Him and Liv, they kind of directionless right now. Finn Balor, he kind of directionless as well, to be honest. Really, the Judgment Day is really just has no direction besides Raquel Rodriguez, and her direction is that she big and she formidable. And as I said, I'm glad that she won too, because she's somebody that we've been wanting to see what they're really going to do with her as well. So, don't care about Dom. Royce and Tala had a match. It went how you expected it was going to go. I'm glad that they're giving Royce more TV time. I'll stop complaining about that. Jade got a win. I'm glad. I'm always glad when Jade has a win. But at the end of the day, we know at the price that some of the stuff comes at is that she didn't win in Italy. But Ricky Saints won uh, against Carmelo. I don't know if I like that. I feel like right now Melo is getting a lot of L's on his resume, and they're like piling up quickly, and that they're gonna put him in a situation where if he does go against Trick, we're not gonna care because we're gonna expect him to lose. Like it doesn't make it worth watching, and they have a good story, so I don't want it to get like lost in the sauce. But Ricky Saints is Ricky Saints. I wish him the best. He almost never get no pops. It's a shame because he had such good NXT pops, but I guess people don't like him as much. The Legend one, so I'm glad for her. I think they're starting to try and establish her more towards the solo route, and I'm okay with that. I think her and Nia Jax could still come back together, or they should have a big breakup and use that to build both of their stories. But last one, can't complain. I do agree with Chop though. This Chad Gable reintroduction was very, very wasted. He had such a good, not just reception in the AAA sector and just the transition to AAA. Even afterwards, he had him like, they were chanting his name before he actually said his name during his AAA speech. And he just goes getting so much love as being the heel there that I do feel like they should have done something more with him, or made it more like people should give a shit that he won. Like that he won, that he participated against the Mask versus Mask. Like they kind of just were like, "Hey, look, y'all, it's Chad. He's back. Give him a little segment or whatever." And you heard the crowd. The crowd was giving him pops, but I just feel like it was such a wasted opportunity to give him a little bit more of a, like, just a good job, good job. You did awesome over AAA. I feel like they just kind of just like, "Hey, Chad, we gotta start putting you on here again. So here you go." Like poor Chad, but it is what it is. They definitely wasted that. And to wrap it up, Triple A. I kind of expected the Los Toxicas to lose, unfortunately, and that's because they're trying to build Catalina up, and Lola Vice, she is champion over at NXT, so it kind of just put it in a situation where you knew that Los Toxicas was going to lose, but I it made me kind of sad because I feel like Catalina did not put on as good of a show as I think was expected of her, but she has room to grow. But it kind of just sucks because I do feel like La Flammer, she's like, I think like a 2000-day champ or something like that. I feel like they're gonna get her title off of her and possibly give it to La Catalina. And I'm like, dag, that sucks. Like you had a nice run. You had a nice run. And she's the Reina de las Reinas. So I don't know, I kind of expected more. This Noches de las Noches was not as good, but what did you expect? You know, it kind of followed the week after the mask versus mask. So it was just really mostly about, you know, Ray, like really mostly about Ray Phoenix. I mean, not Ray Phoenix, Ray Mysterio, and trying to move things along. I think they have another, I think they got AAA coming up in a few months. So probably after June is over, everything will kind of pivot to building up to that. So I feel like the rest of June, we probably gonna get some, not really that interesting matches, but they're watchable. Like when I say that against AAA versus the other shows, AAA is a strong show. So even their week shows are still stronger than some of the weekly shows from the rest of the product. So even a bad AAA episode is still a good episode in comparison to where Raw, SmackDown, and all the other shows pale in comparison. But overall, uh, I didn't really see a whole lot. I mean, other than Trick doing that earlier, I didn't really see a whole lot of Trick this week either. I'm gonna give this week a C minus. I would have given it probably a little higher if I feel like SmackDown would have given more. And SmackDown's usually the show that I like to watch the most. So it was a weak show, so it brought up the rest of the week. So C minus.
All right, so excuse me, we have what's that? B minus, D plus. Travis, you a C minus as well? And then Chemo Queen is a C minus. Okay, so me. I'm gonna give the week. I'm gonna get a week a C minus. I'm gonna start off with yeah, I'm gonna give it a C minus. I'm gonna be nice today. Let's start Monday Night Raw. I thought I like the Oba booking. This is Oba Femi that we know and love. Most folks that know him from NXT. This is the way Oba was. I know he had to be a condition of him being hurt and all of that, kayfabe wise, for it to be this way. But I like Oba book like this. Like obviously he could run through small factions and all that type of stuff, but still, if they bank you or whatever, you still feel it, bro. You're still a human being. So I thought that was pretty cool. EO was going to win. I knew that was going to happen. They had to book her a little stronger after booking her pretty weak recently, taking a bunch of L's. I'm total opposite from you, Mr. Green. I'm not feeling this bloodline thing, man. It just ain't. I know people love it and they're watching it and all that. I'm just not feeling this. I'm like, it's just the same thing over again. I'm just so done with it. Like, I don't know what's going to come from it for Roman Reigns. I don't know what's going to come from it from somebody else. Like before, we thought the Jey Uso was going to be the guy to become something, and it's like they tried that failed. It didn't really go the way they wanted it to. They pivot a little bit, but I don't know. And then I saw Jacob. I know the house shows don't really count. It's not really canon, but you know, kayfabe is dead now, so they show that kind of stuff. And when you see Jacob 5'2" doing, you know, the yeeting and all of it, dancing in the line and all that stuff with Jimmy and Jay, it's like, bro, did he really get neutered? Is this a rap? I don't know where you go with Jacob from here. He's just an enforcer and all. So I don't know. It's going to be. It looks like they're going to go towards MFTs versus the Bloodline. Okay. I guess. What else happened in the show? I feel like that might be it for me as far as Raw I want to talk about. NXT, shout out to Big Zah, as Travis said, I gotta win. I don't know what's going on with Lizzie Rain. Guess she's gonna be taking some L's right now because they're really not worried about her moving up anytime soon. Before they start really giving her the dubs and all. Cam, I told you, I think Cam gonna be okay because of that move. I think that move is so silly, that little hand gesture, that it's going to catch on. So I think he'll be okay in the long run. I'm interested in the Nakamura versus Mason Rook, right? Next week. That happens next week, right, Travis? Am I tripping?
Yeah, you talk about EO husband, right?
Yeah. Not
you said Nakamura.
I'm sorry. What is it?
I can't pronounce his name. I just say EO's husband.
It is. Oh, EO's husband.
I say EO's husband.
I can't even remember how it's spelled right now. That's crazy. What is it?
And Naraku.
That's what it is.
Naraku. Okay.
Yep. So I'm interested in seeing their match and all. I'm excited for that. Elijah Holyfield, I think he has a future. WWE can build on his name. It's crazy because he's not even a boxer. I don't think he has any boxing background and all that, but you can still be believable because your last name is Holyfield. So based off of that Holyfield name, you can be seen as one of the baddest men in the planet and all that type of stuff. So if they build with this and go with that, they got something that can happen. He can throw a punch as far as a decent looking punch. So that's good on your resume. Go out there and they got something here. that last name is going to build from that. And Holyfield's already been involved with wrestling before, so that's something. Impact, I didn't really watch. I'm trying y'all to watch Impact. Like Queen said, Leon Slater shows up sporadically. He showed up. He was gone for a while. Showed up a couple weeks to lose to Cedric Alexander. Then he gone again. It is what it is. Ricky Sosa, I don't know what he is. Ricky showed up for that one time, had everybody going crazy, went viral and all that, and then he just gone. So hopefully he returns sometime soon. I talked with Chopper for the show about Mike Santana. I'm not the biggest Mike Santana guy. I don't think he's the most popular guy. Now, as far as him personally, I have no problem with him. I think he is an awesome story of overcoming and all of that. But as far as just him and his character, for him to be in the face of an organization, that doesn't really pull me towards an organization with him being the face of it. And he only as good as your lead guy, I feel like, and ish runs downhill. So that's my thing with Mike Santana. And let's keep it moving with that. I thought that's pretty much it I had to talk about. Was it Santino and who was he with?
Stacks,
no,
Indy Hart,
they went against Stacks. Indy Hart, bro. That's what it was. Went against Stacks and Ariana Grace, and they won. So that was that. And then on Friday Night SmackDown, I'm at the point now. I understand this stuff. I don't really like it all the time, but I understand it because I know what WWE is. WWE, like Chop said earlier, they love that 50-50 booking. So there was no way a Braun Breaker or Trick Williams was going to take an L yet. And I know we all want to see Trick versus Oba, and we all want to see, Braun versus Oba at some point. Not on no random Raw, they're not going to give you that. And not when it's 50-50 booking and all that. So they said, nah, we're not going to do that right now. That's a PLE match. I understand it. It was just right there, though. And then you're going through, you feel me, like issues with fandom and ticket sales and all that stuff. That would have been awesome to have that as an event already. I believe that Raw. If it had been Braun versus Oba, or if you'd have made a Trick versus Oba, whatever Raw that had been on would have sold out. But I'm not the one writing, so it's not for me to say. But Dom won this one. I'm going to talk about it more when we get to the King of the Ring, but I think he got a chance to go a little further. But we'll talk about that when we get to that. Not Liv, what's her name? Raquel. I heard what you all said, and I do agree. She is kind of like a little late, but I kind of think this Queen of the Ring is a setup her versus Liv at SummerSlam. I know it's always a million years later, but I kind of think that's about to happen. That's why Liv is in the match and all that too. I don't like that the Judgment Day is running the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring tournament. Like I'm just kind of over Judgment Day. They like the super stable of Raw. Like you can make it another stable, or just make them a character in Raw instead of a stable. Same way kind of the MFT is on SmackDown. Like I don't need them running the brand. Like they're not a good enough stable. They're not Evolution or Legacy even or something like that. Like let's stop playing. But AAA, I didn't watch. I didn't get a chance to watch again this week, but I'll watch it. It's only a quick hour. I heard it wasn't as good as the first week. I didn't expect it to be, but it's just two nice matches or whatever. So I'll get to that eventually. And like I said, with all that being said, I'm gonna give the week I said C-, right? I think I did. Yeah. So C- to go with the week. But before we get to the highs and lows, I mean not the highs and lows, Travis. Before we get to our wrestling tea, what was the highs and lows brought to the people by?
The merch.
Yes, sir. Yes, if you're interested in our merch, like Travis has on, Mr. Green has on, and Chemo Queen. I'm the only person that don't have it on. I'm sorry. But definitely look at it's the link in the description for all of the types of shirts: NWO White and Black, NWO Red and Black, the Nation of Domination, and also the TNA Inspired one. In the description of the show, the description of the channel, you can check it out. You're never obligated to get anything, but if you do, we appreciate it. Tag us in any posts you may make, and we would definitely repost anything and appreciation. We definitely appreciate you guys. So with all that being said, y'all, we got a little bit of previews to talk about before we move on and end the show with the questions and comments. So let's get to our wrestling tea. All right, y'all, hold up. Ooh, why is it still there? Sorry. King of the Ring tournament, Queen of the Ring tournament. I'll put it on the screen for the folks. We have Obafemi advance in his side of the bracket. We had Dominic Mysterio advance on his side of the bracket. And coming up Monday, we have Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tala Tonga, and Ricky Saints. And then on SmackDown, we have Jay Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor wrestling. So who do you guys think is advancing in each one of these? And who do you think going to win it all? And it's just open floor.
I'm picking Tala. I think Tala going to win his match.
You think Tala's going to win the one?
Because I think Seth is still involved with the Vision that's going to wind up, teaming up with the Street Profits. You know how I feel about Ricky Saints. Javon Evans, I don't know, but like I've been saying, like these past couple of weeks, Tala is over right now. I think it's going to be Tala. But now, as far as the whole tournament, I don't know. But I know he's going to win his qualifying match. I think he's going to win his qualifying match.
I think Seth can win it all.
You think so?
Yeah, it's going to be Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam finally.
Yeah, I kind of have to go with Rollins too. Yeah. Even when he won his match on Braun Breaker, he did the belt motion on his waist, and he did the acknowledgement finger. He's coming for Roman.
It was you know how Triple H rolls. He likes his old reliables. It'll be great to have a new guy go against Roman and all.
Right.
He wants Seth Rollins. I think Seth gonna win that one. And does LA Knight win his? Royce Keys or Jay or Finn?
No, I ain't picking Finn. I want LA.
I know you want LA to win, but does he win?
I think I want LA Knight to win, but I think Jay Uso wins. That way Roman can yell at Jay for losing.
Go ahead,
That's good plot twist.
Because then he can be like, Jay, Jay, why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you stop Seth? What's up with that?
Yeah, and I think it thickens the plot, because then Jacob will be sitting there looking at him as he fails, and then Roman's going to tell Jacob to go get that WWE Championship over on SmackDown, and I think that's how the First Family Bloodline 3.0 starts to, I guess, establish dominance if they go that far.
Oh, wait a second. Ask you,
does he becomes the quote unquote the new right hand man? He supposedly if he does, you think if he does,
the werewolf.
Okay, I mean he'd be the werewolf. I'm just saying.
No, I'm tired of this. Like I said, I'm tired of that story.
Like
if they kick out Jay Uso, that's the same thing that happened last time. He was mad at him. I'm like, doing this again. So I don't know, man.
No, it's not for a kick out. It's for overall domination, and then it takes one person to destroy them, and then now you insert over.
But the way Jay already left, right? Jay sits back and takes ridicule from Roman and the rest of the group.
I don't think it'll be too much ridicule. Go ahead, John.
You could do this. You have it's the LA Knight wins, but it's because Jay Uso tells Jacob to attack Royce Keys. Those two are friends. Jacob won't attack him, costs Jay Uso the match. Then Jay can be mad at Jacob fought to while LA Knight advances.
I'm going to tell you, I think Oba won up the top, Seth won. Damn, there'd be no SmackDown people though. Y'all notice that? It'd be nobody from SmackDown will win if Seth Rollins and Jay. I mean, yeah.
And you say Jay Uso.
Yeah, nobody from SmackDown will be in the King of the Ring. That's a bad look, right?
That is. Now I think, yeah.
I think Finn Balor might win that match, Travis. I don't know why. I think this whole vignette and all that, it just feels WWE like. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna win the whole thing, but they just kind of like Dominic Mysterio was yelling about Obafemi, I see you beforehand. Seth Rollins doing the whole belt thing and acknowledgement. Like, I think they just tell stories beforehand of what they about to do.
Is this the 10-year anniversary of Finn Balor winning the Universal title?
What was that? Was that 2016?
What if they if they really want to build him up, like he wins and he could go fight Cody?
That'd be crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, I guess I just. Ooh, does
I
Finn
don't think
Balor
he
have enough?
wins, though.
I was gonna say,
No,
does he have enough thing to make any for SummerSlam?
they're not gonna.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, they're not gonna let Finn win.
That would be.
All right, so everybody, we said moving on. Who's the winner? Who's everybody winners? Is Seth? Chop said Seth.
Seth.
Travis, who you saying, Travis?
I'm saying
you said
Taller.
Taller gonna win. You said Taller gonna be the king of the ring. You going that far?
No. I'm just saying he's just gonna win this match.
Who's gonna win the king of the ring?
I'll probably gonna say Oba.
Oba.
I'm thinking probably go Oba.
I don't get the Oba thing either. BA, Mr. Green, who you think?
I do go with Oba as well.
Okay.
The shadow of Brock Lesnar just.
So I was gonna say, so Brock and Oba not happening, or Brock gonna wait until Night of Champions to screw Oba?
Cool.
Well, no, you said Oba gonna win, so Brock ain't gonna do it. I don't think Brock attacking him makes sense though. Like Brock attacking Oba does not make
beat
sense.
him. He don't need to attack.
Yeah, like
You
that's why
don't
I'm
need
like,
to.
But then don't you want to have the part 3 though?
So I've been thinking of the Oba Brock situation. If Brock doesn't attack him here, what if Brock is waiting for Oba to win the title and he's his first challenger? And then we can do the rubber match.
We could, but I don't.
That's the only way I could see them not having Brock attack Oba. But I just think it's Seth. Brock probably attacks him either this Monday or at Night of Champions. Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. They get Brock there.
I'm thinking Oba gonna win the Royal Rumble. I'm thinking that's what they're gonna wait. That's what they're trying. I don't know how they wait to that long. They just keep them times in between of what's gonna hurt them with Oba Femi.
Oh,
But I think they're gonna wait for Oba Femi to win the Royal Rumble to then go to WrestleMania like that. I don't think he beating that. I don't think he doing it at SummerSlam. Which I thought that they were going to do the Brock and Oba twice, and even the way Oba talked about Brock, it didn't sound like they really were going to fight. Just like I'll see you when I see you and all that stuff. Like remember we're tied and all. I thought it was just going to be 1-1, and then Gunther was going to beat Cody Rhodes, and that's how you get Gunther and Brock Lesnar because Brock had just beat what's his name just beat Oba, and then the favor was going to come in hand then. But I don't know because everybody's saying it's going to be a part 3 and that Oba and Brock. And if that happens, Oba can't win the King of the Ring, right? Unless you said, like you said, he goes and win at SummerSlam, and then we wait. But then Brock can't wrestle. Brock's not wrestling at home for his last one. You feel me? Because SummerSlam is when Oba has to win the title. Then
suppose he does both.
What you mean?
Suppose Oba wins. The King of the Ring, SummerSlam, he fights Brock. Hell, he could lose Brock if they tell you that you're gonna win if you're gonna be the champion.
They're not gonna do that, bro. You thinking about that, bro? Come on, B. You thinking too far into WWE? You know they're not gonna do a 2 match. You talking about somebody that has five like 2-minute matches? They not gonna give him a 2 match thing. Not they wouldn't. I don't think that's the. Now, it would be smart. Like that's give him 2 matches so it'll make him like even tired. Damn, but no, you can't even do that because then you're gonna kind of make him even more superhuman. If he takes a butt whipping earlier, even if he loses the one earlier, right? And he takes a butt whipping, then he comes back and beats Roman Reigns.
Unless you do night 1, night 2.
Yes, you could do night 1, night 2. That's how you can get away with it. You would have to do he basically the main event of both nights. You would do Oba that quickly as the main event of both nights. You think not you, but you think Triple H will?
No, I don't.
That's
the only way, though. Or he opens night 1. Brock and Oba open night 1, and then Roman, Oba, or
night
or
2.
Whoever he picks main events night 2.
I don't know. I'm interested in how they're gonna do this Brock thing because I really think it's not gonna make sense if they do a Brock 3 and all because Brock won. So what's going to happen is what's his name? Oba's supposed to be mad. He's supposed to go and search out for Brock now. Why would Brock come and mess with Oba? Like, especially Brock was going to win that match by DQ.
Yeah.
Brock was going to let him stay outside and take a DQ route. So while that's kind of building a fear. You feel me? Like, oh man, I'm worried about this guy. He can go out and take the DQ or whatever like that. To come back and then hit him again in the middle of a match when you won, I don't know, but we'll see what they do. Lastly, guys and lady, We have the women's Queen of the Ring side. We have Liv Morgan. I think is this match on Monday, the Liv Morgan match. Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green. I think that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then on SmackDown, we have Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, and Jade Cargill. On the right side, what was that? Io Sky won her qualifying match, and Raquel Rodriguez won. So who y'all think winning the other two matches, and who's going to win the whole thing?
So we about to have another Raw and SmackDown problem, which is why Jason James.
So yeah.
Jay gotta come.
So
out,
Rodriguez
right?
already won.
Or do you give it to Charlotte?
I don't think either one of them win. I thought the Raw lady was going to win. That's what this is. I hate, why they make my fatal four-way, man? I hated these fatal four-ways. It's just a cheap way to not let people actually wrestle each other and get a victory, man. Like, I hate this. That's what King of the Ring used to be about. Seeing that Bret Hart could beat Bam Bam Bigelow and put him in sharpshooter. No, he had to roll him up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what it used to be about. It was the King of the Ring or the Queen of the Ring. Now it's just these 50-50 bookings to make Braun Breaker jump off and hit Trick on the table. Why would Braun take himself out in the King of the Ring tournament? What sense is that making? Why would you take yourself out of the match when you have a chance to go get a championship and be the King of the Ring? So I don't know. I don't think Liv gonna win, but then maybe Liv does win and she meets Raquel in the finals. Like, but then why have them fight each other in the finals and just have them fight each other again at SummerSlam and have Raquel lose?
Do you think they're brave enough to do Bliss and Flair?
Oh, they should.
Because they're friends, and this could be the thing that breaks them up. You know, Bliss beats Flair, and she can't handle it. And
is Bliss hurt, allegedly? Still not real, but still kayfabe. I guess she's not after this week.
I guess
kayfabe she is, but she's probably going to be good for tomorrow.
I can see Chelsea Green winning on the low, like on some. It's a fatal four-way match. That's the way to get her to win. I have no clue. Liv Morgan could win that match, and she could not. I have no clue. Like it gets more. I can tell you more of what's going to happen once it gets to the next round past these fatal four ways. These fatal four ways are.
I think Raquel takes it all, though. I think when it's all said and done, Raquel takes it all, and she goes up against Liv at SummerSlam. I think that's the call. And
she better win, or if she don't win at SummerSlam, that might be the end of Raquel. As far as her push being the main, she got to be.
I still go with Jade.
You going with Jade to get it to go back and go against?
Because just because Rhea said I beat her twice, like she's a nobody.
I really think Jade should beat her, right? That should be.
I mean, supposedly she's hurt right now, the Rhea,
and that's how Tiffany got beat, right?
Right.
Yep.
It feels like though they're doing Jade and Flair. That feels like where they're branching off though.
They should have never took the title off of Jade Cargill. You could have still had more options, and they held back and didn't give her options. That was the issue, and waited, and then you could have had Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss for the title. All of these names, Chelsea Green now, Julie about to be somebody. Like all these names could have been against Charlotte.
Julie about to be nobody.
Jade Cargill. But no, she's not. I'm not saying I know that she's not going to win, but I'm just saying as far as the matches you could have, JC Jane even could have been in there with that team. Like you could have had something, but now they got Rhea Ripley, and I don't know what's going to happen. Like she's best friends. They just got tattoos. Shout out to Chop. You talking about your video and all? They just got tattoos. Like kayfabe is what is going on? They supposed to hate each other.
I know, man. I was not pleased about that.
Like, don't let us know. Get your tattoos and keep it on the hush. Like, that's fine. But like, what happened to kayfabe, man? It's just done. But I'm going with Raquel Rodriguez. So that's my final pick. Chop, you said Raquel.
Yeah,
well,
I'm thinking Raquel. The only off shot is Io, so we can finally do Io versus Rhea.
I'm okay. Go ahead, Mr. Green. Who you going with?
I still go with Jade.
Jade. Travis.
The whole thing. I'm picking Raquel. I'm still on roll Raquel. Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah. Officially, I'm doing Raquel.
Raquel. Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Raquel because I think even Raquel. I think Raquel beats Io too because last time they wrestled, Io won, right? Or did Raquel win?
I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
I'm gonna say
I thought-
Raquel got beat by a roll up because it just sounds right.
That's what I said. I think Raquel did
That
get
sounds
beat
right.
by like a roll up or something like that. And if she did, then yeah, I think Raquel gonna win this time. So I'm going with Raquel as well.
Historically
And,
speaking, it would be better for Raquel to win because Io's already been champion. King and Queen of the Ring historically is to elevate somebody into the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yeah,
So I'm
like Cody.
Yeah.
Like Cody Rhodes. BA, hold on. Cody Rhodes is a friend of the channel, y'all. He follows us on Twitter. And since he does, BA, let him know what our tea was brought to him by.
The lovely people at Fanatics.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem when your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description. All right, if you need any WWE merchandise, any athletic merchandise at all, check us out on Fanatics. Use that link or scan that QR code. How about the channel? Not needed, but definitely appreciate it. Before we end the show, y'all, let's get to your quick questions and comments, and we can call it a day.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Hey, shout out to Cuz in the house. He says the Blackest, the Brightest, and the Boldest. What up, Cuz? Appreciate you. He was on a show 2 weeks ago. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
We got CJ in the house. He says salute to everyone. What up, CJ?
What up, CJ?
Cuz also says I agree. Definitely a curveball with Dom winning. Wrote it again. He's saying happy early birthday to both of you. So Mr. Green and Chemo Queen. And he also lastly said, yeah, Finn won the Universal title in 2016. So you might be on to something.
Oh, 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, you might be on to something. And he won it at SummerSlam, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, hold up.
And his opponent was Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, yeah. Oh, Finn versus Seth. Well, they're on the same side of the bracket. They can't even fight in the finals. They messed that up. But yes, another episode of We Talk Combat's Down. Want to thank our guest, Russell Chop, in the building. Thank you, Russell Chop. Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Let me give you your correct applause if I could get the screen to work. Hold on. I can't even get the screen to work. But yes, thank you. Thank you. And before we get out of here,
clap.
Oh, thank you.
Before we get out of here, Chop, let the folks know where they can find you, what you up to, and all that stuff. And the floor is yours.
Well, basically, it's just my name, Wrestle Chop. Go to YouTube. I do have an Instagram and stuff. I think it's like Wrestle Chop 1, but basically, I just am trying to make this YouTube thing my day job. I produce wrestling content pretty much every single day, reviews, hot takes, and just whatever comes to my mind. So, if you can go give me a subscribe, I'd appreciate it.
I have all of his information in the description, guys.
Oh yeah, he got a belt available for y'all.
His Instagram. I got you. So Instagram, his TikTok, and his Twitter in the description. He just got to was it 20,000 subscribers? Correct, Chop.
20,000.
And on the 30,000 subscriber, you're giving away another belt of your choice. He will ship it anywhere you want. I think he said in the world.
In the world,
anywhere. And he said, make sure that he's sending you guys a replica. It's not a toy. It's a replica. My guy, I told you.
You're selling me better than I'm selling.
I told you, man. We're fans, man.
Hey,
you know it's true.
He will do that. Trust and believe.
Yes,
He's great.
I will let you know.
Yes.
But that's our guy, Russell Chop. We hope to have him on the show more times throughout the year, just throughout the season, just to talk about this. It was an awesome time. We appreciate you, Chop. Like I said, it gets easy every time from here on. That's a hard pause. But thank you so much for joining us again, everybody. This is, as you already know, first and foremost, let me hold on. Let me plug our shows real quick. If you're interested, well, first, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button to like this type of content. Make sure to go to Russell Shop channel and do the same over there if you haven't already. If you like other type of content like this, follow our other channels. First and foremost, Get Off the Damn Fence, my guy BA with the 695 crew, Calvin and Larry over there. They talk about everything basically, but mainly sports. Follow them every Wednesday evening. They I'm sorry, not Wednesday, Tuesday evening. I'm sorry. They have Wednesday evening.
No,
Go ahead, shows. Right. Yeah, I was right the first time. I'm sorry. I'm getting my stuff mixed up. But yes, also follow BA. He's everywhere with Rel, Big J, and about to call him Cuz again, Will, over on Cuz We Geek, where they talk about all things in the geek culture and movies and television. They have shows every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. And the NBA is hot right now. We talked about it earlier, but Cap and Crown podcast, we're talking about the NBA finals right now, myself and Rel. Follow us. We have shows every Monday evening, Wednesday evening, and Friday morning. Help all of our subscriber accounts if you could, yeah. Independent creators, all of us on the screen. We appreciate you guys so much. And with all of that being said, for Chop, Queen, Boss down there, Travis, and Mr. Green, I am Muy Grande Negro Americano, aka King. This is We Talk Combat, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We are the best, brightest, and the blackest combat review show there is on YouTube and anywhere else. We appreciate all y'all for showing love and representing. Thank you again, Russell Chop, and we'll see y'all next week. Same wrestling time, same wrestling channel. Peace.